Happy New Year from New York, where it is cold as hell. It is brick out, too cold for vlogging. But we gotta talk for a minute because tonight was a big night for America. Everybody from Chris Matthews to my man Baratunde Thurston agrees that history was made tonight. And I gotta admit, for a minute there when I was watching Obama's speech, I started to get a funny feeling and think, we might actually win this. But I don't think we should get too excited yet, because I still don't believe that everyone who told themselves tonight that they're ready to vote for a black man is really ready to vote for a black man. I have a funny feeling that between now and November, some of us are going to come down with a case of tolerance fatigue. Tolerance fatigue is kind of like what people used to call the Bradley effect because it happened to Tom Bradley in California. Some people call it the Wilder effect because it happened to Douglas Wilder in Virginia. Some people call it the Dinkins effect because it happened to David Dinkins in New York. And it's a phenomenon where on election day, a lot of people who tell the pollsters that they're getting ready to vote for the black guy go into the voting booth and don't do what they just said they were going to do. And what I'm talking about is kind of like that, but it's a little different. Because in those older races, when people said that they were going to vote for Tom Bradley and Douglas Wilder, they really knew that they weren't going to vote for the black guy. They just didn't want to admit to the pollster that they weren't ready to vote for the black guy. And I don't think what's happening now is the same thing. I think most everyone who's saying that they're going to vote for Obama actually believes that they're ready to vote for Obama. But the problem is that some of us are just not good at being honest with ourselves about our own beliefs. And I'm afraid that between now and November, some of us are going to realize that we're just not as enlightened as we wanted to believe. Politics has shown us time and time again that we're not good at being real with ourselves. Like, for example, every voter always says that they don't like negative campaign ads, but historically, negative campaign ads have almost always worked. So clearly, a lot of us lie to ourselves about why we make decisions. We as human beings are not good at being honest with ourselves about what's inside our own heads, and that's true about prejudice more than anything. This election has been incredible to watch because it's been forcing all of us as Americans to examine our own prejudices and ask ourselves, are we really ready to vote for a black man or a woman or a Mormon? And so far, it seems like more of us than ever before are saying, yes, we are ready. But the thing is, all of this self-examination and introspection and work on ourselves to be open-minded and tolerant, it takes a lot of effort. And I think between now and November, some of us are not going to be able to keep it up. That tolerance fatigue is going to set in. We're going to make it right up into the voting booth, and then some of us are going to freak out and say, I can't do this. And we're going to run right back into our comfort zone. We're going to run back into the arms of whoever's the first white Christian fundamentalist man from a southern state who has a really, really white name and resembles Gomer Pyle that we can find. And that really would be tragic because we are on the verge of doing something historic. So I'm offering this as a pep rally for all Americans. Let's carry this through till the end, people. You can make it. Don't freak out in the voting booth. You are good enough. You are strong enough. You can win the battle against tolerance fatigue. I believe in America.